Biden administration keeps trying to bully India over the S-400 air defense system deal between New Delhi and Moscow. But guess what? India has made it clear that it doesn't care about American overreach and unsolicited remark coming from Washington DC. India is making it clear that the US deep state is not dealing with some dysfunctional Middle Eastern state here that it can coerce into compliance. India will follow its own independent policy in spite of American threats. Hi and welcome. You're watching TFI English, the national and socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tribhuvan, and in this video I will tell you how India ripped into the US for its unsolicited comments about the S-400 deal. Let's begin. The Biden administration keeps committing diplomatic blunders, and this time it has committed a major blunder over the Indo-Russia S-400 deal. US officials and lawmakers have been continuously asking Biden to pursue a constructive relationship with India instead of confrontation over the S-400 deal. But an imprudent Biden tried to strong-arm India and ended up embarrassing himself on the world stage. Let's explore how. On Thursday, the Biden administration tried to bully India over the S-400 deal. India asserts that its decisions are essentially based on its national security concerns. However, US State Department spokesperson Ned Price said, well, in many ways, this doesn't change the concern that we have with the S-400 system. I think it shines a spotlight on the destabilizing role that Russia is playing not only in the region but potentially beyond as well. Had Price stopped here, it would have been alright. But he went a step further and issued the CAATSA threat. The spokesperson said, when it comes to CAATSA sanctions, you've heard me say before, we haven't made a determination with regard to this transaction. But it's something we continue to discuss with the government of India given the risk of sanction for this particular transaction under CAATSA. Speaking about CAATSA sanctions, Price added, I don't have a timeline to offer, but these are issues that we continue to discuss with our partners in India. The Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act, also CAATSA, is a United States federal law that has imposed sanctions against Iran, Russia and North Korea. This act prevents trade partners of the United States from entering into bilateral contracts with these three nations. There is a reason why officials and lawmakers were advising Biden to refrain from sanctions talk with India. After all, New Delhi is a pivotal power in the Indo-Pacific where the US faces a formidable challenge in the form of an assertive and authoritarian China. But being the bully that he is, Biden couldn't resist sanctions talk and set up himself for international embarrassment. If Biden was thinking that the CAATSA threat will evoke a meek response from India, he was way off the mark. The Ministry of External Affairs has declared that India pursues an independent foreign policy that also applies to its defense acquisitions and supplies. India also made it clear that it is guided by national security interests in such matters. The statement came a day after the US State Department talked about CAATSA sanctions risk. MEA spokesperson Arindam Bagchi too made it clear that while India has a comprehensive global strategic partnership with the US, it shares a special and privileged strategic partnership with Moscow. At the end of the day, the fact remains that Russia is one of India's most trusted friends and defense partners. While the Indo-US relationship is growing, India will never compromise its relationship with Russia, and it shouldn't matter to the US. Even if Biden has any problem with Putin in Ukraine and rest of Eastern Europe, what does it have to do with the purchase of Russian defense equipment by India? And how is this destabilizing the Indo-Pacific? After all, the Indo-Russia partnership is only marginalizing China in the region, and if the Biden administration has any problems with this, then it seriously needs to get its diplomatic priorities right. In any case, India will keep expanding its defense partnership with Russia even beyond the S-400 deal. India could be the first customer of Russia's super advanced and lethal S-500 Prometry surface-to-air missile defense system. As for Biden's S-400 concerns, India is not supposed to make him understand something that he presumably doesn't want to understand. If Biden wants to act as a reasonable partner with India in the Indo-Pacific, it will be good for the US. Otherwise, the US will get edged out in a multipolar world. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to TFI English. Also hit the bell icon to receive all the recent updates. This is Tribhuvan signing off until the next one.